Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video about a children's trading card game. Been a little while since I've been able to make a Battle Spirit Saga video, so I apologise. This is going to be catching up on all of the card reveals I have missed, so that's going to be finishing up all of the red cards from this set and then going over the purple ones. If you are interested in seeing a lot more Battle Spirit Saga content, in particular, I'm going to be doing testing for this game, and you can expect leading up to release detailed, in-depth reviews of the whole set, segmented by colour, and actually giving you some opinions backed by some testing results rather than just my first reactions. Please do subscribe to the channel. 80% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed, so I would very much appreciate if you did that. And also, of course, you know, when the game comes out, hopefully box openings and deck profiles and all sort of stuff. I say hopefully box openings because it's gonna... Bandai tends to be a little bit, you know, not great on the distribution, but we'll see. Anyway, I wanted to begin this video with an announcement of a new product. So here we have on GTS distribution, Battle Spirit Saga card game expansion set 01, EX01, and this is quite big, so let's have a look at what we're getting in this. So new cards to expand set 1, along with booster packs to be sold as bundle. Now, the release date on this, I don't think it actually says. Oh, sorry, release date, yeah. 28th of June, so that's going to be a good while after set 1. So like 2 months, so we'll have a while to get used to it before this comes in and shakes up the meta. What are we getting in this? Okay, so in one expansion set, you're going to be getting 3 booster packs and 9 exclusive promo cards, so 1 copy of 9 cards. What does that mean? You need 4. Why do you need 4? Let me explain. So you're guaranteed the following cards. 1. For each of the 4 colors, red, purple, white, and yellow, you're going to be getting a flexible spirit. So this is the first inclusion of spirits, 1 card per color that can become summoned for 0 cost, and players will definitely want to get your hands on them. Guys, I don't want to spoil anything here, but anything that costs 0 in a card game is usually going to be really, really good. The only exception is something like Yu-Gi-Oh, where everything costs 0, so that is the norm. In literally every other card game, when you can do something without needing to commit additional resources into it, it's going to be strong. Even if these are just vanillas, these are going to be good by virtue of being free. These cards can be used in opening turns for their reduction symbols and have effects to draw cards. Did I need... do we need to say more? Players want to get these cards no matter what context they play. So yeah, I guess the point here is these are crazy. I imagine they're gonna, even if there's just like a 0, like with the vanilla stats, like slightly worse than vanilla stats that just say draw a card on summon, these are going to be nuts. Like, you're going to play 4 of them. So yeah, you need this. This already is reason to play this, to get this. Then number 2, a low cost magic card, each for red, purple, white, and yellow. Super useful magic cards that can strengthen one of your spirits on the field and even draw cards, all for a low cost. So again, more card draw, buffing, presumably increasing BP. So yep, these are probably going to be really good. Yellow in particular, with the that Chain Angel being able to get that back, this could be very, very, very powerful. And then the final promo card you get is a spirit with a symbol you can use for all 6 colors. So obviously, if you weren't aware, that's also green and blue, which are in the version in Japan, and we're going to be getting here. The highlight of the 9 promo cards is a powerful Dragon Spirit, a protector of jewels. Its symbol can be used as any of the 6 colors, so you can keep using it even after the new colors are added in future sets. So obviously, it's just saying it's all of them. So yeah, as you can imagine, you need 4. So yeah, this is the one thing I really don't like about this, and I think I have to be clear on this at least, is I don't like that this feels like a tax to play the game. I don't get me wrong, like I'm torn, right? Because I was going to buy 4 anyway. I can't imagine it's going to be particularly expensive. I would imagine £15, £20 per copy, so I'm going to buy 4 anyway. And you're clearly getting like your money's worth, right? You're getting booster packs, so you can always, you know, high roll into something good. It's basically like opening half a box you're getting, right? Plus the actual exclusive promo cards. On the other hand, I don't know if I like the fact that this is essentially just a tax to play the game. If these cards are mandatory in competitive decks, then whilst that's not going to be an issue initially, 6 months down the line, if they're not reprinted, if the distribution on them isn't great, then suddenly you're looking at the prices of this game going way up. However, this is a highly competitive game where they are really wanting people to get good quickly. That's why they're releasing all of the cards early, so people can get started and then get testing. And that's why there's such large cash prizes available. So in that sense, like, you know, maybe that's a good thing if it's relatively gatekept. And this is my bonus for getting in early, right? Like, I get this for cheap, I get to have it, and if players need it later down the line, tough shit, you should have been here early. It kind of feels a bit bad, like from the outside looking in, I can see how this would be not great. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess we'll need to see the cards and we'll need to see what happens. My inclination is, though, this is going to lead to some very, very spiked prices a year from release. But we'll see. That's my very early prediction, January 2023. Let's revisit this in January 2024 and see where we are. Let's now jump into the cards 5 minutes into the video. Let's go. Dread Knight Nemesis, and we're going to go quick on these. I'll try anyway. So this is the second X rare for purple. I'm sorry, we're talking about purple. I'm not going to be able to go quick. The stats on this are fine. 3 cost reduction. It's reasonably big. You know, 5, 6 is fine. When the spirit attacks, select one of your spirits. You may destroy it to activate one of the following effects. Select one of your opponent's spirits. Place up to 2 cores from it into their reserve. So you might just destroy something through this. Apparently, depletion is not in this game. It's just called destruction. So it's the same mechanic. It's just it's called destruction now. So that will matter for on destruction. But anyway, it's kind of a nerf to purple in a sense. Regardless. So this can potentially just remove one of your opponent's things, or equally, if you've got things set up to just remove that last core, this is going to be really, really nice. Or, alternatively, draw 2 cards. Card draw, that's kind of nice. And then when destroyed, your opponent selects one of their spirits and destroys it. So when, you know, unless they are, you know, obviously they're good odds, they're just going to be able to get rid of one of their chump dudes, but fundamentally, it's still getting rid of units your opponent would probably rather keep around. So this seems like it's going to be a very powerful generic tool. Doesn't seem like it's particularly trait restricted in any way. I think this is just going to probably see play at like 4 in most purple decks. It just seems very, very strong. Next, we have got Beldegor of the Dark World 7. I think this is insanely good. This is a rare. During either attack step, Immortal costs 4 or 5. You may summon this spirit card from your trash from one of your other spirits that costs 4 or 5 is destroyed. So when it's destroyed, you pay the cost for it. Realistically it's gonna cost 3, right? Because you're gonna bring in it at level 1. When summoned, select one of your opponent's exhausted spirits that costs 4 or fewer and destroy it. So your opponent destroys one of your things. As long as this is in the drop zone, this is always threatening, just coming up and blowing up your opponent's thing. On top of that, this is a blocker you are just getting back. This is all kinds of amazing. One of the most staple 4-ofs I think I could ever read. This is phenomenal. Oh, sorry. Too used to tabbing. Then we got Dark Knight Mordred. This is a 5 with 2 cost reductions. When summoned, select one of your opponent's exhausted spirits, remove 2 cores from it and place it into their reserve. And when the spirit attacks, select one of your opponent's spirits, remove a core from it and place it into their reserve. So obviously, in theory, this can just bang, 3 cores gone the turn you play it. That is meaning you are playing this as a 6-4, which is very, very bad in terms of stats, but it's really powerful. A 6-4 with this level of removal, it's probably removing basically anything, right? Your opponent is, you know, these are just putting pressure onto your opponent to have to really overcommit with their cores, and there's nothing stopping you from just playing this as a 4-3, right, if you've got the reductions, and just removing the 2 cores, and that might do it. You don't necessarily have to do anything, and then the versatility from the spirit attacking is just really good. I think this is a very, very powerful card. I don't know if it's as staple as the others, but it seems really good. Then we got a Nexus Rotting Swamp, 4 with 2 cost reductions. During your attack step, draw a card, one of your spirits is destroyed. Block and draw, I like that. And then level 2, once per turn, when one of your serpent spirits would be destroyed, you may discard a card to return to your hand instead. That seems a lot less good. It's quite a hefty investment. Obviously, it's good to constantly be recurring these things, especially with powerful when summoned effects. But mainly, if you've got 2 or 3 of these, every time you block, you're drawing 3. That is nuts. I mean, yeah, we're seeing there's a lot of card draw in this game, so it's dubious as to how stable this is going to be, but this seems pretty damn good to me. Camelot Knight. This seems really good. This is a 1 with 1 cost reduction. So you can play this for 1 with a single thing on board, and you're keeping it up. At level 1 and level 2, if this has a soul core on it, while the spirit attacks, it gains curse. This is crazy. This is amazing. This is everything you'd want, right? So while it's just on the board without curse, it's just a little guy. Like, it's just a little guy. But suddenly, you can move your soul core onto it, and it's threatening everything, and like you can suddenly be swinging lethal or just like nuking a board with like a whole host of curse units. I think this is generic enough that you will just chuck it into basically everything because it's just scary. Like, fundamentally, your opponent is losing whatever they block with, and you don't really care. Like, I think this is just really, really, really good. Next, we have got Werewolf Commando. This just seems like a pretty standard vanilla, which is shadow traded, so we'll see if that matters. And then we've got Dark Lance Cavalier, shadow traded 4 with 2 reductions. When summoned, draw a card. So, yep, a 3-3 at level 1, which draws you a card, and it scales into a 4-4, although it's scaled, the level 3 is pretty ridiculous, but the 3k is quite susceptible to a lot of stuff, 4k is less susceptible, so this is pretty good. You probably play it. I mean, it says on entry draw, and I'm like, I don't know if you play it because there's so many good cards in this game, so who's to say? Gore Theft. This is a bit wild. This is a 4 with 3 reductions, so you're playing this for 1. Select one of your opponent's spirits. Then discard any number of cards and place 1 core from that spirit into their trash for each card you discard. It's card you discarded. So basically, this is just removal, right? This is just... There is so much card draw in purple that I really think you are going to be very happy just going, yep, whatever it is I'm up against that I really just want dead right now, it's gone. It's nice, your opponent can declare Awaken. You can go, yeah, Flash Speed Awaken, yeah. Response, bye. Which would definitely piss an opponent off. Yeah, I don't know. This seems really, really good. Obviously, it's very expensive. I acknowledge that. It's not something you'd be using early game, most likely, but later on in the game, kind of spicy. Next. We've got King Snake I'm not pronouncing it. When summoned, select spirit with curse or blood curse in your trash, return to your hand. That is a good effect. And when the spirit attacks, select one of your opponent's spirits that has 1 core on it and destroy it. That is also a good effect. This would be a 6/5, which is okay, not great. But, you know, you can play it in 4/4, it's 4/3, and you salvage something. Getting cards back into your hand is always really, really nice. Just that level of recursion. I don't know if this is necessarily very busted, but having more ways to just be getting rid of your opponent's 1-core things is good. Next, we got Pandemium of the Dark World 7. This is a wild card. So this is an 8 with 3 cost reductions. This is very expensive. When destroyed, select one of your opponent's exhausted spirits and destroy it. Okay, that's pretty good. When destroyed, select one of your opponent's refresh spirits, remove 3 cores from it, and place them into their reserve. Okay, that's also pretty good. And at level 3, when destroyed, both players discard 5. Now, if you are playing a heavy draw deck where you are just drawing like crazy, you discarding 5 is not going to be that bad. Your opponent is going to lose one of their exhausted spirits, lose 3 cores from one of your opponent's refresh spirits, which is probably going to kill it, and they're going to discard 5? Oh my god. This seems like it's probably not very good, honestly. Like, it seems like it's a meme card, but it is a 6/5 with 3 reductions. I mean, that's not that bad, actually. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I definitely want to play it, though. Then we've got Boa Trickster. This is a 3 with 2 reductions. When the spirit attacks, it has Curse, so you can play this as a 2/2 with Curse. Very good. And a 3/3. Scaling is level 3 kind of sucks, but yeah, this is good. Next, we got Shield Knight Gardener. This is a 2 with 1 reduction during the opponent's attack step at level 2 and level 3. So, you know, you're playing this as a full 3. Refresh your spirit, one of your purple spirits is destroyed. This seems kind of like noob bait. I doubt it's very good. Seems too easy to get over. Dark Knight Aglavale. This is a 3 with 2 reductions. When destroyed, draw a card. The spirit has a soul core on it, and when the spirit attacks at level 2, it has Curse. So this is a 3/3 with Curse. Good. And obviously you have a soul core on it. You can just chuck it in. If your opponent removes it in any other way, cool. You're still replacing it. You're drawing a card. And if your opponent just blocks it with something big, then sick. You're still drawing a card, and you are using Curse. So I think this is quite a good card. I like it. Burst Venom. 4 with 2 reductions. Burst. When your opponent destroys your spirit, select one spirit, remove all but 1 core from it, and place it into their owner's reserve. And then you can use the main or flash. You can pay 2. Realistically, you are never using the main or flash. How good is this burst? I'm doubtful. I don't know. It's obviously, I would say if you remove like 3 cores or more, this is really good. 2 cores, yeah. 1 core doesn't feel great, but I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good because, you know, your opponents are just generally going to be feeling like they have to overcommit to keep their things alive, and this could just really mess up. And obviously, your opponent's drawing your spirits going to happen all the time. So, yeah, I think this could be good. You want to be playing a good number of bursts on your deck anyway, so this is definitely way up there in contention. Next, Netherworld Depths. This is a 6-cost Nexus with 3 reductions. Draw a card when one of your opponent's spirits is exhausted. Oh my god. Yes, I would like 2 of these on the field, please. During your attack step at level 2, when one of your spirits is blocked, you may pay 1 core from this Nexus to destroy your opponent's block spirit when the battle ends. So you don't even care about Curse. But yeah, I think this is very powerful. This is very, very powerful. Obviously, the downside from this is you basically need to pay it up to 3, and then probably put 1 or 2 extra if you want to use it multiple times, which feels really bad. However, if you can play this down for 3 and you're drawing every single time your opponent's spirit is one of your opponent's spirits is exhausted, every time they block, every time they attack, that's nuts. That's really, really good. So I definitely will want to be using this. Could be bait, but I don't know. Seems good. Poison Mist. 5 with 3 reductions. Main, during this turn, all your spirits with Curse gain the following effect. When the spirit attacks, select one of your opponent's exhausted spirits, you may attack that spirit. So this plus Majuk turns all or everything into very, very scary, very, very bad. Oh no, I'm dying. This is kind of like a kill turn combo, it feels like. In general, this feels still quite good. If you just built a board of Curse spirits, you're going to be removing stuff, but combined with Majuk, oh baby, that is pretty nuts. Next, we've got Bison. 3 with 1 reduction. When the spirit attacks, draw a card if it has a soul core on it. This is fine. Yeah, you might play this. It's nice card advantage. You're not really using the soul core for a massive amount in purple. So, yeah, that's good. Magic Swordsman, Dragonaga. When summoned, draw a card if you spend a soul core as part of the spirit summoning cost. So again, just a nice way to just plus whilst using the soul core. Chain Viper, this is a vanilla. And Scalar Viper, another vanilla. On to the remainder of the red cards. There is an X-Rare coming up here. So we got Vadranoceros. There's an Emperor Beast, so that's relevant for the big Dino deck. Just a vanilla though. Iguanife, 1 cost. When summoned, all your Terrestrial Spirits gain 1k BP during this turn. I think this is very, very good. The reason I think that is, well, okay, so the downside, obviously this being a Reptoid, is that it doesn't synergize. However, what you do is you save these in hand, and then you just go Iguanife, Iguanife, Iguanife. They're 2/1s. All your Terrestrial Spirits are now buffed by like 2 to 3k. You can play your big dude, and now you can just chuck these in as chumps. Be like, yeah, okay, go on, block them, yeah, get your free blocks. This is a when summon, so all my stuff is now huge. And then you can like start clearing stuff with your big confront, like you are getting over literally anything. All your stuff is winning all the combats. Fundamentally, you just nuked your opponent's whole board. I think this is quite good. However, I could be dead wrong. Next, we got Ancient Fault, 5 with 4 reductions. During your turn, treat this next symbol as 2 red symbols. That's pretty good, but obviously you need to play it out for cheap. You need to be quite hard, although obviously you can just hard play at turn 1. During your attack step, when one of your Terrestrial Spirits destroys an opponent's spirit via comparing BP, select one of your opponent's spirits with BP equal to that of the droid spirit and destroy it. So you basically go 2 for 1. This is potentially playable at 2. I feel like this has got to be good, right? Surely. I mean, the odds of it being equal, granted, pretty rare. We are just going to have to see how power values shake out in the meta, but you don't have to use it. Like, you're probably already interested in using this anyway. Though I don't know, it could also be Noob Trap, and I'm leaning towards it being Noob Trap material. Storm Beast, Emperor, Thunder, Leon. This is our X-Rare number 3 for red. Sorry, as you can tell, it's quite a long video. When summoned, destroy all your opponent's spirits with 2,000 or fewer BP. Your opponent's when destroyed effects are not triggered by this effect. So basically, get fucked yellow. And then when the spirit attacks, draw a card. So you are playing this as a 4/3 in red and as a 6/3 in everything else. And this is probably a staple 4 in red for the foreseeable future, because this literally goes yellow, which is pretty good. And other decks, if yellow is ever a threat, can just tack this in. Yep, this is very, 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 very good. Flame Emperor Agnathon. When summoned, destroy all your opponent's spirits with 4,000 of your BP that have when summoned effects. I think this is kind of bait. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, yeah, it's just way too niche. I think like the 4,000 of your BP, I would have been here for it, but no, I think this is bad. Dragon Guard, when the spirit attacks, when the spirit destroys one of your opponent's spirits via comparing BP, select one of your opponent's nexus and destroy it. This seems pretty good until you look at it, right? 3 reductions, so yeah, I'm playing a 1/1. I have to get it all the way up to level 4 for it to be a 5k for this to reasonably have a chance of doing that effect. Seems like a bit of a hefty commitment. I think it's kind of bait, but the fact you can play it for free, in that sense, could be useful, right? It's just a 1/1, but then I would just rather play a cheaper vanilla, you know? Next, Dynamon Tyrannoid. This is a 3 with 2 reductions with Dragonoid Pterosaur, so both relevant traits there. Treat the spirit as level 3 spirit if you have only 2 or fewer spirits on your field. So this seems very, very good, because if you have 2 or fewer spirits on your field, that's fine. You can still play this out as a 2/6, right? You play 1 for it with the 2 reductions because you will have nexuses out, and then suddenly this is massive. Yeah, I just think that seems like really good early game pressure, and then later on you just use it as a chump blocker. I think this is just very good. Flamefish, 2 with 1 reduction. When destroyed, if this has a soul core, select one of your opponent's spirits with 4,000 of your BP and destroy it. I think this is quite good. You don't actually need your soul cores for much early on, and this is really scary because you just throw it away in a block and your opponent's just going to be there like, well, shit. So I think this is very, very good. Volcanic Canyon, 4 with 2 reductions. During your draw step, draw 1 additional card. After you draw, discard a card from your hand. We don't need to say any more. That is going to be a staple. Yep. Next. Dilophosa, 3 with 2 reductions. Emperor Beast. During your opponent's attack step, this spirit cannot block your opponent's spirit. So this seems like it might be bait, right? Because you can play it potentially as a 4/8, but it can only attack. However, that is really, really big. And it's an Emperor Beast, so it has this aggro synergy. Obviously, not being able to block really does suck, but I don't know. It's so stat efficient that I feel like it's gotta be good. I'm leaning towards good. We'll have to test it out. Next, we've got Fierce Gora Horn Grizzly, 3 with a 1 reduction. When spirit attacks confront at level 2 and level 3, is swing 5 or swing for 6. I think at level 2 this is pretty good. Because you're playing this as as a 5/5. You can play this early game enough where that's actually going to be threatening. But level 3 just seems that like 2 cores for 1k power. Ugh, that's an L. But I think this is pretty good. Blaze Dragonoid Magwo, Ancient Dragon 4 with 1 reduction. When the spirit attacks, select one of your spirits, place 2 cores from your trash onto it. I actually quite like this. I think this is pretty good. Just being able to be more efficient with your stuff whenever this attacks. I think this is quite good. But the downside, of course, being it's just Ancient Dragon traded. It's like not synergistic whatsoever. And our final batch of cards for this video, Cornered Flame Wrath, 2 with 1 reduction. When the spirit attacks, draw a card while you reduce your opponent's life with the spirit's attack. This sucks because it is never going to hit ever. Horned Penguin, this is a cute little boy, but yep, it's a vanilla. Bearded Eagle, another vanilla. And Flame Breath. Burst when your opponent resolves the spirits when summoned effect. Select one of your opponent's spirits with 4,000 or fewer BP and destroy it. You may then play this card's cost to activate its flash effect to give power. This seems pretty okay. 4k is quite irrelevant. And it's the first time you use it, your opponent's going to be real scared about playing anything cheap ever again. That is it for this video. Oh my god, my throat hurts. But I hope you guys found this video useful, you found it enjoyable. That is all the red cards now revealed for the set. We've got all the X-rares, we've got everything. Purple is rounding up. We've got 1 more X-rare left for purple, so look forward to, during next week, you should be seeing the rest of the purple cards. I'll do that all in one video. After that, I believe it is white, which I'm very, very excited for, and yellow at the end, whatever. But yeah, we're looking, obviously they are very much on track for giving us all the cards by the end of February. In terms of Battle Spirit Saga stuff, I'm going to be ramping up One Piece content really going into Feb. It's going to be Treasure Cup season, and there's Set 3 coming out as well, so there's a lot of One Piece content that's going to be coming out, so expect more One Piece on this channel than Battle Spirit Saga, but that should be flipping come late March. Set 2 is going to drop in March for One Piece, but then after that, Battle Spirit Saga, hype train all the way, non-stop Battle Spirit Saga content, so subscribe if you're interested in that, subscribe if you're interested in One Piece, subscribe if you're interested in Gate Ruler, and then subscribe if you're interested in Lorcana. You know, not that they've announced anything about that, even though they keep teasing they would. I mean, worst Twitter account in history. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, so close to 2k, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.